We are live on YouTube. Hold on just a sec, you guys. So, to everybody out there, hello, hola, Konnichiwa, Salaam, Ciao Namaste. Peace to all. This is the Pink Elf in the Room conversation. And what we are going to discuss for today is about experience I've had. I had, of course, and I discussed part of what was going on, but I had an experience, and I'll go into more detail on it in an actual video on YouTube. But I had an actual experience with cleaning out my liver. This is the liver cleanse, and pretty much what it took was this was an experiment to see how it would work. It worked, by the way, very well. But pretty much what it took was it was a 6 day process. For about 5 days, you had to drink 1 gallon of apple juice. I probably drank more than a gallon of apple juice. And they said that was fine. If you want to drink more, drink more. I drank a gallon of apple juice, if not more. And while that was all happening, oh, it just looks weird. While that was all happening, during that time I drank it. After, when we come to the 6th day, I was getting prepared for this, and I was supposed to eat a light meal, which I did. I ate a light meal. I didn't eat too much. I ate more leafy greens, more of a salad with beans and whatnot to keep myself in check. That night at 6 o'clock, I drank 1 gallon of Epsom salt water. Well, not 1 gallon. I'm sorry, not 1 gallon. I had drunk. Hold on just a sec. Okay. I was drinking about, I believe it was 3/4 cup of Epsom salt. It was in a mason jar. I drank the whole thing, and I relaxed for a little bit. At 8 o'clock to 8:30, and I did it at 8:30, I drank another Epsom salt. At around 10 o'clock, I was I had to get freshly citrus. I had oranges, lemons, and I believe it was um, grapefruit. There we go. Oranges, lemons, and grapefruit. And I squeezed these by hand. 3/4 cup of that, and then a half cup of olive oil cold press, which I put into there. I mixed it up and I shook until it was watery, and I drank that up. And then I went to lay down. I had to lay down for 20 minutes. Um, Once this had happened, I laid down, and what I was supposed to be doing was sending through my body to the center of my stomach, which I was working on, was sending that energy from inner standing self to my stomach. Because at that time I had noticed that what you call gallstones were actually moving amuck through my body. And they were moving at a very high pace, and it felt like it was kind of scratching on the inside of me, and it was bothering the crap out of me. All that happened. I meditated for 20 minutes. Then I actually fell asleep for about an hour. And I laid there because I was awakened because of the pain in my stomach. And this was my first time, of course. For anyone who does this, that might be your first time and you might feel a bit of pain. It happens, especially when you're trying to understand your own body and work on it. Of course, I felt this pain, but pretty much what happened was I'd gone to the bathroom. And of course, for many people, yes, I went to the bathroom and I took a shit. Now, what was supposed to happen in a sense is your bowel movements they're going to be a lot more watery, and you're going to see residue, and you're going to see the gallstones themselves. Um, you're going to see a lot of that pop out of your body. What happened to me in a sense was, um, while all that was going on, it just immediately it felt like a ton was lifted off my body. And I'm not kidding you when I say that. I actually lost a bit of weight because of it. And I was surprised, um, how heavy it was on my body, because what it did was it literally just dropped everything out of me. And once it was all dropped out of my body, I felt this, I would say, euphoric feeling. I was very relieved, very, very relieved. Um, what I had noticed for the gallstones, these gallstones were yellow and green, and I believe green is the usual color due to, I believe it's called binaural, that is already connected in a sense inside the gallstones, and also yellow, and that is due to cholesterol, which stated a lot to me of what I need to understand about my body in a sense of checking my cholesterol. Um, and of course understanding the natural parts that are already there. But when you're doing this, one of the other things I was looking for to make sure if there were parasites in my body or whatnot, and luckily for me, because I've seen this happen to people where they've done this cleanse, and parasites come out of their body or whatnot that they didn't know or expect. But when I had done this cleanse, all that came out were the gallstones, and then the rest was bile from just simple waste and whatnot that was in my body. So the question is, how could this possibly help you per se in any way? What would be the benefits of this? What I would say is you're gonna feel a lot healthier in a sense, and a lot more, I'd say, relaxed and energetic, because that was one of the things that was happening with me. I was feeling a lot more energy and a lot more calmness because of this. So once I had done it, um, I will admit during the time once I was done, my stomach was still kind of hurting a bit. It wasn't to the point, but it because it was growling constantly, and I believe that was due to still processing the bowel movements and whatnot that were in my body and my system. But even if that was the case, I kept going, and I feel so fantastic from doing that cleanse. Um, I do feel it did get rid of a lot of bile in my system. Um, the goal was to clean the liver, which is, of course, right on your right hand side. I know you guys on Periscope can't see it, but it's usually right here on your right hand side, right here. So once it got cleaned and everything, I felt very relieved, like I said. I did have to work through the motions, and after the process was over, for the most part, after that was going on, pretty much the next day, I had to drink another Epsom salt. I drank that Epsom salt. Actually, no. What had happened was I didn't drink. I was supposed to drink one at before 6 a.m. and I was not able to because I was actually extremely tired that night. And I was supposed to drink one at 8 a.m., which I did drink, and I went about my day. People make mistakes, no worries. You go on with life and you do the process all over again to get the correct results. I did that, and pretty much what happened from there was at 10:30 I was allowed to drink some fresh juice, which I did. I drank some apple juice, drank that down and everything. I was good. And then at 30 minutes after that, I was allowed 1 to 2 pieces of fruit, and I ate 1 piece of fruit, and I was actually busy that day. I was working a lot. on some things, but I'd finished that. And then later on, I was able to eat a light meal, which I did. I ate a light meal and everything else. And then I laid down because of the fact that my body was still processing everything. It was still feeling what it was feeling. And I will be doing this actually in another month or so. So to completely clean it. The goal is to completely clean the system, so it works at its full function. It's no different from cleaning your car, whether it be your engine, your alternator, your battery. Being able to clean those areas, the pipes within, and make sure it can function correctly. And that's how your body is, in a sense, pretty much going under the hood and checking to see what you can clean and process to keep your body in check. It may to us be a scary thing to do because we don't know, and of course maybe you don't know, but in my own journey and my own experience, creating creating the moment to take care of yourself is more important. Creating the moment to, instead of allowing other people to take care of you and take care of your body because they know what your body needs, knowing what your body needs, because you have to understand not all of us are the same, not in body shape, size, or form. And that being said, only you would know how your body works, and that's why it's constantly important to take care of your body and not just let someone give you medicine or whatnot or tell you what you should and shouldn't be eating. You have to find out what works for you and keeps your body in check. I'm on a plant-based diet as a vegan. And because I'm on that type of diet, a lot of what goes in my system doesn't affect me the way it affects other people. For example, if I eat a lot of healthy foods or whatnot, I might be full for the moment, but by the time I'm done, I'm moving all around. And I've done this before with people, where we all ate a meal and we went out and about, and everybody was full because they, of course, many of them weren't eating what I was eating. And I'm still moving as though nothing else matters while they're just stuffed. They ate too much or whatnot. And of course, there's still problems with that. There's still certain things that you can't eat. Even if you're vegan or vegetarian or plant based, there's still things that you probably shouldn't eat because of the fact of how they affect your body. One of the things I'm working closely on to make sure I don't eat anymore is soy. It's really not good for the system, it's not good for the body. And that's something that's important for me to clean out of my system. But like I said again, clean who you are, take care of your body. If you're not taking care of your body personally and you're allowing other people, don't be surprised by the effects of if you get sick later on or if something happens to you in any sense because of the fact that you were doing that and you can't understand why. You have to critically think things through and look towards creating a new way, a new path to growing self, to pushing self, and creating what you desire in life for your own health and benefit. Know who you are. Know thyself, and you will know the God within. So, we're going to end it here, but to everybody out there, just realize how beautiful, how amazing, how divine, how magnificent, how creative you all are as the gods, the goddesses, and the creators within. So, this has been a discussion about the liver cleanse, but to everybody out there, have a good morning, a great afternoon, and a fantastic evening. To everybody, peace and namaste.